Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ordinary people and extraordinary people. What is that factor which makes an ordinary person as an extraordinary person? See? So, ordinary people are those who dare interact in the field that is known to them. Extraordinary people are those who dare to investigate into the unknown. See the difference? When I know somebody is a good person and I go and stay, this is being an ordinary one. When I don't know who is who and yet I go and interact with the same confidence and love, that is being extraordinary. See? So, what is that factor which has brought out an extra factor in the ordinary person? Is this ability to jump into the unknown. To interact in the known, you don't require courage. Anyway, you can go. But to interact and investigate in the unknown, you have to have inner strength. A weakling cannot. See, I don't remember the words written on the airport in Auckland, but the meaning I still remember. Welcome to New Zealand, a place which is frequented by those courageous ones who have the ability to go into the unknown. So to jump into the unknown field, we require courage and strength. Now the question is, what is the strength or the courage that we require? Do we require a physical strength? See, take for example, while we were coming, Raj was referring to Mahatma Gandhi. So, as long as Mahatma Gandhi was working with his barrister at law degree in India, he was hardly getting even a single job, and therefore he was exported to South Africa. Those who are unfit to live in India, they are exported out of India. See? So, Mahatma Gandhi was exported to South Africa. And what was the job given to him? Was it a job of a barrister at law, an advocate? No. His job was collecting the rent from the various properties hired by a Muslim owner. So, he was appointed, you go and collect the rent from these various properties. That is your job. See? An ordinary person with an ordinary approach to life is this. Grow, become qualified, get married, produce children, worry, and one day get buried. Ordinary person. An extraordinary person, he doesn't want to follow the same rut of life. See? Because he cannot be satisfied with the small little perks that the life offers. There are many more things in life than what we can think. For us, life is a journey from the womb to the tomb. And the life is only limited between these two pillars. One is the pillar womb and second is the tomb, and in between what happens, that alone is life. And then an extraordinary person, he doesn't live mechanically, but he interacts intelligently. Now, second part about ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary people are intellectuals, and extraordinary people are intelligent. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable, and intelligent people are never miserable. Extraordinary people live their life not intellectually. Who are the intellectuals? They try to fix the responsibility for their miseries on someone else. And then they want to improve the world, improve the society. And I have a project to improve the society. The God who created this world, He doesn't know how to run His business. Therefore, we go and try to improve His society. See, these are ordinary people. They are lost in cause and effect. They are finding out some reason to get away from the real purpose of life. Now the extraordinary people are those. They are able to evaluate their life's experiences. They become self-oriented. Ordinary people are selfish. S-A-L-E-F-I-S-H. They are selfish. Therefore they stink. Extraordinary people, for them the self is the Isha. And therefore they are no more satisfied with the little things that life offers. So they start analyzing their own experiences. How come we are the 4 children born to the same parents? One is becoming a professor, the second one is becoming a politician, the third one is becoming a trader, and the fourth one is just a government servant, a labor. How come? If the seeds are the same, if the wombs are the same, physically their inherited genetic qualities are all the same, what is that which is creating the difference? One is the first type of child, he is knowledge oriented. The second one is the leadership oriented. The third one is the trading oriented. And the fourth one is just simply work little bit and get the labor charges and be suffering throughout life complaining. What is that which makes the difference? Which parent will like their children to go the wrong way, yet they go? So the extraordinary people, they are not influenced by the experiences offered by the life, but they have the capacity, the courage and the strength to investigate into the different qualities of experiences that are offered. Different qualities. And then they keep on inquiring as to, is the life only between womb and tomb or there is something more? We don't know. See, one day one boy asked me this question, Swami, have you seen God? So I asked him, why should I tell you? No, I want to know whether you have seen God or not. I said, I will not tell you. No, don't get annoyed. Same question was asked by Vivekananda to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I said, you may be Vivekananda, I am not Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. When we ask this question, God, God, what exactly we are asking for? See, friends. Therefore, there is always an inquiry required to dig into the unknown. See, I remember there was this child, now he is a grown up, probably is married also. Many years before, in 70s, when I was studying, I used to go in the jungle area and sit with the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Shankar Bhashya, study, prepare notes, understand word by word. I used to spend 3 hours, 4 hours below some tree away from the crowd. And there used to be one child, hardly 4 years or 5 years. He was extremely fond of me. He will not leave me. So he says, I want to come with you. I said, on one condition, you are not going to play. Second condition, you are not going to ask me questions. Third condition, you are not going to cry. Fourth condition, you are going to sit in one place till I finish my studies. Agreed. And he will come and he will sit in one posture, that age, for 4 hours. Not move. But I want to be with you. See? This is one extreme. Other extreme, his own sister. She used to say, Swamiji, when you take him, why not me? I said, forget about it, don't come near me. Because she will not be quiet for 1 second. Now the question is to come in my mind when I used to look at them. I said, hey, what our life is? Are we born because of the passions of our parents? Are we growing because the earth is moving around the sun? One very smart child somewhere, I asked him, hey, what's your age? You look very sweet. I think the earth has moved 5 times around the sun. So when he told like this thing, I understood he meant 5 years. So his mother got angry. What are you talking nonsense? He asked you a question. Mom, I have answered. I am just testing whether Swamiji understands or not. I said, my dear, you are perfectly right. You are 5 years of age. Oh, you could understand? I had told many people they don't understand. I said, I am not ordinary, I am extraordinary. See? So what is that? That we are born because of the passions of the parents, then we grow because the earth is moving around the sun. What is our contribution in our growth? First we grow vertically. When the ceiling comes, then we start growing horizontally. What is that? And one day we die as a formality to be completed. Is this life? Or there is something much more? If this alone is life, then what is the difference between us and the animals and the plants and the fish? And this is to make me extremely miserable. Days together, months together, I used to be lost in that. See? Then nothing in this world could attract. And I happened to go somewhere and sit in a temple. And some satsanga was going on. And in that satsang they spoke something. Last life, this life, next life, whatever we are today, it is the result of our past karma. Then I used to wonder, past karma, I don't remember anything, I had done anything bad or good. Then how can you prove that you had a last life and you had a next life? Argument logic. And this used to make me more and more miserable. And one day I heard some beautiful verse. Shastrasya guruvakyasya satya buddhyavadharana sa shraddha kathita sadvihi yaya vastu parabhyate. If we want to start any inquiry, We have to start our inquiry with the strength of faith. Our life is determined only by faith. See, when we say, this is my mom, do we know we are dropped from that womb? We just accept it. So we accept our mother only on the strength of faith, not on the strength of knowledge. Second thing, that mom whom we have accepted on the strength of faith, she tells, this person is your dad, and that also we accept only on the strength of faith. If we do not accept the principle of faith, our very existence is doubtful. See, friends. And when we have doubt in our mind about anything, we cannot be at peace. See, I was in US many years before, and for the first time when I went, like our Indian style, I thought, let me go and introduce to the neighbor. So I went to the neighbor. And usually I call the ladies as mother. So I went. I said, hi mom, how are you? I am your new neighbor. I just come to introduce myself. First of all, I am not your mom, please. I said, all right. I am sorry. I am Maggie. The moment she said, I am Maggie, I remembered the noodles in India. 2 minutes. I just put her in the boiling water and eat. So, after that was told, then they had adopted a child, a son. The old couple, he was, a cook in a bakery, and she was doing something, and they had no children, so they adopted a child. The child was 35 years when I met them. And he was all the time so much agitated and disturbed, going, coming, and all that. So I asked, he's your son? Yes, he's our son, but he's adopted by us. We don't know his parents. And then that boy, 35 years of age, so much uncomfortable with his own self, because he didn't know who are his parents, what is his source. And he was digging the records here and there, and finally, after about 15 years of investigation by himself, he found out on the records, and his mother was located in Calgary in Canada, and he went there. That time she was a very old lady, she was a prostitute. Her one leg was amputated because of the gangrene. And when he approached her, he said, with these records, yes, you have to be my son, but you go away, I have nothing to do with you. The one who looked after you, you be with them. When we do not have a clear identity about ourselves, life becomes pathetic. We do not have the correct identity about ourselves as to what we are. See? Are we the results of passion, or are we the expression of the divinity? What is our identity? See? And then with this kind of uneasiness, we can never be satisfied with the little bit of ticklings of these worldly objects gathered through our sense organs. It can never give us fulfillment in life. Then the investigation begins about as to what is my identity. Second thing, what is this world? Third thing, who is this God people talk about? And fourth is, what is the correct lifestyle? Ahara, Nidra, Bhayamaithurancha. 4 things are common between human beings and animals. Ahara, eating food. Nidra, sleeping. Bhaya, a sense of insecurity. And Maithuramcha, procreation. These four things are common between human beings and animals. Is this all that we are living for? Or there is something higher purpose? This higher purpose is granted to us when we go for satsanga like we have come over here. And when we come over here in the satsang, we are granted a new vision of the unknown. See, life is much more than what we know. But what is that we don't know? So to jump into this unknown area, we require courage, we require strength. And the strength and courage is called as the faith. Faith is always blind. Many people have got this funny notion. I don't have blind faith. Faith has to be blind. When I know something, I don't require faith. See? Will you be able to climb this mountain? I'll try. Because unknown, doubt. Do you exist? I think I exist. No, I know I exist. In the field of knowledge, faith is not required. In the field of ignorance, faith is not only required, but it is also the inner strength. See? So, we go and expose ourselves in the satsanga and listen to the scriptures, Upanishads, Gita, etc. Now, why Upanishad, Gita? Why are you so specific about it? Because Gita, Upanishad, they are not addressed to any group of individuals limited to a geographical area, but they are addressed to the human being as a whole. Like physics is not the property of the Britishers. See, can we say who is the author of physics? Newton? No. Science belongs to the humanity. It is not creating groups. There are no groups. Physicist versus chemist. No. Everything falls in the same purview. And this is exactly what Gita or Upanishad talk about. They don't talk about groups. They talk about life. See. And when we thus expose ourselves to the study of Gita or Upanishad, and that exposure, if it is without faith, it will be only argument, logic, discussion, erudition, scholarship, writing papers, getting a degree, and declaring that I am a doctorate in Vedanta, but suffering silently. See, the study of scriptures become meaningful only if it is done with absolute faith. What is said is existing, it is not imagination. You know, on one of the sutras of Patanjali Yoga Darshan, Vedavyasa has written commentary on that, and in the third chapter, the Vibhuti Pad, various kinds of divine powers are manifested in a yogi. He who has attained Sayyama means he whose mind is 100% controlled with reference to time, space and object. That 100% control over the mind with reference to time, space and object is called a Sayyama. With that kind of quality of mind, if you focus that mind on anything inside the body or outside the body, various kinds of potentialities start becoming unfolding. Something like, one example I will give you, Santoshat Anuttama Sukhalavaha. When one is practicing contentment, Santosha, Anuttama Sukhalavaha, the bliss attained through total contentment is unparalleled. Absolute contentment. No demands, no regrets, no expectation, no rights, no nothing. Another place it is written that if we do the Sanyama on the Kantakupa is from the pharynx downward up to the cardiac lobe of our stomach. So this particular area, esophagus, is called as Kantakupa. If somebody is doing Sanyama on the Kantakupa, he conquers hunger and thirst. He can remain without hunger and thirst throughout his life. So there Vedavyasji writes, give it a try, do that and come to experience. And only once you come to experience, your Shraddha will be converted into experience. Shraddha is a catalytic agent to convert the information into experience. If we have this notion, I don't think anybody has seen God. Whether anybody has seen or not, one thing is certain, that I will never see. And if I believe, if I have faith, that Mirabai had the vision of God, then there is the possibility that I will also have a vision of God. Therefore, faith is not a weakness, friends. It is a strength. Now the question is, faith or strength in what and how long? There are 4 areas where faith is required. Number 1, Gita Upanishad scriptures. Number 2, the teacher, the guru who teaches us. Number 3, in the divine planning, he is taking care of us. Let us not have that notion that we are not recognized in his computer. We are recorded. And 4th, faith in ourselves. 4 places. So first, the faith in the scriptures. Faith in the scriptures alone will motivate us for the study. And the method of studying scriptures is very simple. Simpler than your, studying medicine, engineering, etc. How it is simpler? When you look at the book, you look at the book. When you look at the mirror, you don't look at the mirror. You look in the mirror. And in the mirror, you don't see the reflection. You see yourself. Scriptures are studied in this manner. We are not talking about a God above the clouds. We are not talking about something which is other than us. See, friends. Therefore, when we study the scriptures, the faith is important that we are dealing with our own being. We are not doing anything objective in this world. There was a great saint in India, Bombay. His books have, I have not seen him, his books have influenced me tremendously. He was illiterate, having a simple shop of pan, bidi, machis, all kinds of small things, And one day he happened to go to some satsanga because of his friend. His friend said, "Hey, my guru has come, why don't you come and let us go and attend satsang?" He said, "Okay, let's go." He put his son to look after the shop and he went. And only one satsang he heard, only one. And there his Shraddha, faith has started becoming activated. And his approach, see, this is what is called as extraordinary person. His approach was, I am a shopkeeper, I tell lies to the people. to get the profit. I buy the things for $5 and sell it for $10. And then I give concession of $2. And yet I have got $3 profit. This is my business. Now this Mahatma who has come and told that I am divine myself, he is not telling he is divine. He is telling each one of us is divine. He said, what benefit will he get by telling me that I am divine? Why should he tell lies? And then he started working on that. What the teacher said has to be true. This positive approach is called as Shraddha. Otherwise, how it is possible that the whole world is in me? See, even one furniture cannot go inside me. How can the whole world be in me? See, this kind of approach will never allow us. And when we accept it, although we don't understand, accept it, and then start working, how it is possible. One example I will give you. There was a student, she approached her guru. The student was none other than his wife, and he went in the forest, so she also followed. And when they are doing their tapasya sadhana, one day she asked her guru, where is this world? So Guru said, forget about the world, where are you? Of course, I am in front of you. Where? In the room. Where is the room? Room is in the ashram. Where is the ashram? Ashram is in Hobart. Where is Hobart? In Tasmania. Where is Tasmania? In Australia. Where is Australia? On the globe. Where is the globe? In the waters. Where are the waters? In the fire. Where is the fire? In the air. Where is the air? Air is in the space. Where is the space? Has this question come to our mind any time? Where is the space? I don't know where is the space. Okay, never mind. When you sleep, in deep sleep, where are you? When there is no space in the deep sleep, where are we? This question doesn't arise. So where from the space has come? When the mind becomes unfolded, the space is created. When the mind is enfolded, the space disappears. So where is the space? The space is in the mind. So where is the whole world? The whole world is in our mind. We have been taking care of our houses, furnitures, surroundings, gardens, governments, social work, physical attention. But what we have really done till date to take care of our mind? Have we spent any time on looking after the health of the mind? See, friends, our mind knows only two extremes. One extreme is, it is multi-pointed, running from post to pillar, running from here to there. Or the other extreme is, the mind is zero-pointed, in the sleep, nothing. So we are extremists, either zero-pointedness of the mind or the multi-pointedness of the mind. And both of them take us away from our own self. So unless we work on the mind, and to work on the mind, the first medicine that is given is called as faith or Shraddha. Yoya Shraddha Saeva Saha. Whatever is our faith and Shraddha, that we are. See, friends. Therefore, faith is the inner strength. And with that inner strength, then we start inquiring. Really, can this body be me? When this body was not there, we are told whatever joy and sorrows we have in our life is because of our karma from the last life. What does it mean? Start working. See? But if we say, I don't believe in the last life, I don't believe in the next life, I believe in the only present life because I can experience it. Because we can experience something, it is real. We experience sunrise and sunset. Is the experience sunrise and sunset real? Sun never rises, never sets. Is the movement of the earth when it is superimposed on the sun. We experience the running of the road in the opposite direction when the car is running. We experience that. But is the car running or the road running? Think. Because we experience something, that does not mean it is real. We do experience the dreams, don't we? Then do we accept that whatever happens in the dream is real? I went to the police station and told, sir, I have come to get arrested. What you have done? I have killed my wife. But looking at your face, it doesn't look like you can't even kill a mosquito, killed my wife. No, really I have killed my wife. Where? When? In the dream. So the police told me, you are a nice person, go to the mental hospital. Not here. This is not the place. But we have experienced that in the dream. Because we experience something, is it real? Think, friends. If you take this camera, shoot it from below, even a pygmy will look like a pillar. The same camera, take the picture from above, a pillar will look like a pygmy. And if the picture is taken right at the eye level, then it looks normal. So we have got three experiences. Does it mean because it is experience, it is real? Then what to do? Then accept what the wise people and the scriptures tell as the truth. Although you have not experienced, accept it. And that acceptance of the unknown is on the strength of the faith. See, friends. And that what we believe, that alone we will pursue. If we do not believe, we will not pursue that at all. See, friends, there is a friend of mine in Delhi, a Bengali gentleman. He had never been any satsang or anything. And he was 60 when his wife died, and wife was 45. Very wide gap. She died of cancer. So he became suddenly depressed. He was a college professor. So his students told that, sir, come to our Swamiji, he gives talks, it may help you, and there is some kind of a change. So he came. And slowly he became a very good friend of mine. He used to drive me every day morning for the lecture, bring me back. And then when I left that place, he told me, Swamiji, you have changed my life. You have given me a total different vision. I was always thinking, all these temples and going to satsang, etc. is for the weaklings. It is not for the weaklings. It is to invoke inner strength. See, friends. Therefore, we accept the scriptures and the words of the teacher as true although we have not experienced. Then start working on it. How do we work? When we are told that our this life's good and bad things are because of our karma from the last life, what does it mean? Don't now accept it blindly. Interact. Accept it intelligently, not intellectually. Intellectual approach is to deny. Intelligent approach is to accept. See? So we start thinking, if last life's things are making me miserable in this life, what does it mean? What is the meaning of the statement? The meaning of the statement is, I existed independent of the present body. When this body was not there, in the last life I existed. Therefore, my existence is independent of the body. Second thing, when I do good and bad things in this life, I will have to suffer in the next life. Means, I continue to exist even when this body is dropped. Good. Third step. Therefore, my existence is independent of the body. I cannot be the body. I am the embodied, the one who is expressing through the body. But no more living as the body. So start your inquiry with inner strength. And as you go deeper and deeper, you come to know that really these worldly things that we are running after so madly, to whom they belong? The achievements and the failures of the dream, can we smuggle them in the waking world? We cannot. In the same manner, this is the waking dream. And as long as we are identified with the gross body, this waking dream is valid. When we are not identified with the gross body, like it happens with me every now and then, in a year, I must be changing from one house to another house a minimum of, let us say, 250 to 300 times in a year. One day somebody came with me and asked this question, Swami, how you had a sleep? I said, I had good sleep. How can you sleep? I couldn't sleep. Why? Because it was not my bed, it was not my room. I said, if I have to not to sleep because of this, then my whole life I will keep awake. See? When we are awake, my bedroom, my things, my everything. When we are in deep sleep, snoring away, where are you? What are you? Everything disappears. And next step, it is only out of foolishness that we accept ourselves to be the body. Now apply your logic here. The body is not created by us. The body doesn't listen to us. And yet, I am the body. And we are intellectuals. Living by the body, for the body, on everybody. Therefore, when we start inquiring, we come to this conclusion. Really, what the scriptures say is totally different than what we have understood intellectually. What the scriptures tell is, our existence is independent of the body. See, friends, if our existence is independent of the body, everything in relation to the body, we have nothing to do. There cannot be enemies, there cannot be friends. As in dream, we have seen good and bad things. Do we have hatred for the bad things of the dream? And do we have attachment for the good things in the dream? No, it's just a dream. In the same manner, this waking world and good and bad experiences, they are only in relation to body identification. Wise people live through the body, they do not live as the body. See, friends, unless we have tremendous inner strength, we cannot accept it and work on it. One day, I was going somebody's house for breakfast after my morning lecture. Husband was driving the car, wife was driving the husband, and together they were driving me mad. So in this manner, the whole thing was going on. And husband asked me a question. Swamiji, I drop my wife every day for the lecture and I don't come for the lecture. I don't feel like coming for the lecture. I said, it's okay, as long as you are going to give me breakfast, more than enough. So, wife said, Swamiji, why some people don't like satsanga? So husband says, Swamiji, this is about me, straight question. Why some people don't like satsanga? Why I don't go for satsanga? This is what you want to ask. I said, I don't know. You should tell because you don't come. He said, Swamiji, I also don't know. Really, I don't feel like going for satsang. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't want her to go. But as far as my going is concerned, I don't know why I don't go. I said, when you have asked, I will reply. But be ready to accept. We are all living in the fool's paradise. When we go to satsanga, all our wrong notions are hammered. And when we come to recognize, oh God, my whole life I lived like a fool, who is ready to accept it? Better don't go. See, that is the reason. Because now we all have been living as the body. Now when we come to satsang, a thought is given to us that the body is not created by us, the body doesn't listen to us. On what count we say, I am the body? Then, so I cannot be the body. Then who am I? See, friends, we become stunned. And then the inquiry starts. And this inquiry starts only with the strength of faith. And what is the strength of faith? The scriptures tell us that whatever is happening today in our life, for that we are squarely responsible. We are not miserable because of anybody or because of anything. We are miserable because of our own wrongdoing. We start remaining responsible for our own life. Number one. Number two, we start working on this factor as to who is this I, who is experiencing through the eyes the colors and forms. The glasses are not seeing you. There are eyes behind the glasses. The eyes are not seeing you. There is a mind behind the eyes. The mind is not seeing you. There is someone behind the mind. Who is that? Investigate. Find out. See, at this moment, if you watch your own being, you are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, nobody. All conditionings are dropped. Now, who is this? And once you get into this channel of inquiry, we ourselves will not be able to proceed. Because one of the biggest hurdle that we all have is objectivity in knowledge. Being educated, we have known everything objectively. Physics, chemistry, maths, economics, botany, zoology, everything we have seen, studied objectively. Take a test tube, put zinc in that and add the sulfuric acid, there will be zinc sulfate and H2O will be formed. Understood. Demonstrate, you can demonstrate. In the same manner, you are the infinite reality. Okay, infinite reality like that. Okay, I understood. So I stand apart. Our struggle is like seeing our own eyes by our own eyes. Try to see your own eyes by your own eyes. To do this experiment. Look at the wall behind and experience where are you. You are away from yourself. Then look at the camera. You are now nearing yourself. Now look at your own eyes. The eyes and the vision both disappear. But we continue to be. So our existence is independent of the gross body, all the sense organs and the mind. Now here we started with faith and concluded with experience. So faith is that catalytic agent which hastens the process of self-realization. And once this clicks in life, then you will see all that is said in our scriptures is not a cock and bull story. We are unable to understand it. See, it is something like a person said, I know English, so I can study computer science on my own. No, you should go to the professor of computer science and study there. No, it's written in English. I know English very well, so I can study myself. Okay, then he reads there. Take the mouse. Now he goes with a cage for catching a mouse. What happened? No, they told take a mouse, but the meaning of the word mouse in English literature and in the computer science is totally different. See? One child asked me this question: why Lord Shiva and Parvati did not learn computer? I said, hey man, that time there was no computer. No, there was computer. Why they could not learn? I said, I don't know. Because Ganesha took away the mouse. So, our method of studying the worldly sciences and the method of studying the subjective science is totally different. See, experience cannot be transferred. You have to have your own experience. See, can I tell my host, no, I have taken food, everything is good, you need not take food? No, one has to take food oneself. Therefore, to keep oneself going on this path, faith is required, and then this faith becomes stronger and stronger by the following means. Number one, every day in our daily reading, life stories of great saints and sages must form an inseparable part of our readings every day. Don't read the same story again and again. We are very rich in having many saints in India. Not one, thousands and thousands and thousands. Today also if you go to India, you will come across hundreds of them. It's not someone was born in one historical period of time, thereafter nobody is born. No, today also, many of them. Read their life stories, get inspired, how they lived. See? I'll give you one example. I was on the airport and waiting for the my flight to come. So this happened in Bombay. One gentleman, Sindhi gentleman, he just came and he said, excuse me, can I sit here? I said, you can sit, it's not my seat, you can sit. Then he said, Babaji, what is your name? I said, you already told me Babaji, Babaji is my name. Then, who is your Guru? So I touched his feet. I said, Maharaj, you are my Guru. What do you do? I said, I do nothing, therefore I am Babaji. Babaji do nothing. Where is your ashram? I said, I don't have any ashram. Then how do you go from one place to another place? I said, by ticket, not without ticket. But then how do you buy the ticket? I said, people like you give me the ticket. Because that is the only way they can get rid of me, because I have nowhere to go. So they themselves decide first. That is why some people ask me, that Swami, how come everywhere you go people receive you with so much love, respect and everything? What is the secret? And the secret is, before my arrival they know my departure. That is why, suppose I have to stay somewhere for 7 days, so on the first day they are happy because I have come. On the second day they are more happy. Third day more happy. And last day they are extremely happy because I am gone. This is the secret of life. So he asked me, I have come across person like you twice in my life. I kept quiet. He said, there was one Swami Sharananandaji in Vrindavan in India. He was blind. At the age of 8 or 9 he became blind. Those days when India was not divided. And he became blind and his relations, everything wanted to take away his property. He got frustrated. He met one saint, Mahatma, and he said, forget about everything, don't bother, you start with me. And he started as a blind child of 9 years of age. And he writes, first day when I became blind, I was going, somebody came and dashed me and I became very angry, shouted at him. Next time, it so happened, I was going somewhere, one bullock cart came and dashed me, I fell down. I became angry with that man. The third time I went and happened to dash a tree. Then I started thinking, now to whom should I blame? And that day he said my life changed. From that moment onward, he knows what is right for me. And his life changed so much that he is taking care of me. He knows I had to blame nobody in life. See? He said that Mahatma never spoke about anything except Paramatma. So somebody asked him that, have you seen God? He said, I can't see the world, how can I see God? But I have faith in Him, He takes care of me. Friends, if our faith is strong enough, it can move mountains. But our faith is with the rolling wheels. So we push the mountain and we go behind. It is not strong enough. Therefore, when we look at the world is moving on the strength of faith. And this faith, if it is invoked in the right direction, it can really create wonders in life. Therefore, if the faith is on the strength and the guidance of the scriptures, it will be a creative force. If it is wrongly placed, it will be a destructive force. See? And we see it in today's world. They have been given such funny ideas that if you go and kill the innocent people, you will be going to the heaven, and 7 girls will come and give you garlands and receive with great love and give you a glass of whiskey. It is only faith that is making them do the things, nothing else. So faith has a tremendous strength, provided we invoke it and apply it in the direction indicated by the scriptures. Therefore, the grace of God comes in our life when we come in contact with the saints and sages. Step number 1. The grace of God is called as a grace from God's standpoint of view, and it is called as faith from our standpoint of view. We have faith in God. God has grace for us. Like a coin has got 2 sides. One side of the coin is called as the faith, other side of the coin is called as the grace. See, friends. So, binu hari krupa mile nahi santa. By the grace of the God, we come in contact with the saints and sages. Number 1. Then, by the grace of the teacher, we are exposed to the scriptures. Only the books can never make any difference to us. If I want to get my case sorted out because of some legal complications, do I go to the law library and talk to the books? No. That knowledge from the law library must be owned by a person called as a lawyer, and then he knows how to lie. Therefore, they are called as liars. In the same manner, only the books cannot make us wise. Tad vijnanartham guru meva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. So to study the scriptures, we have to go to the teacher, and the teacher explains us the meaning of the scriptures correctly. That is the grace of the teacher and our faith in the teacher. And the third one is about the scriptures. The faith, the grace of the scripture is, it changes our vision. Be very attentive. Purpose of the study of scriptures is changing our vision. Our present vision is a relative vision. The scriptures change our vision slowly. Take an example. A wave looking at another wave. What will be the vision? Competition, jealousy, achievement, failure, friendship, enmity. Absolutely relative vision. Then second relationship. Wave looking at the ocean. No competition, no jealousy, no superiority, no inferiority, and submission. Wave will only submit to the ocean, not compete with the ocean. The third vision, ocean looking at the waves. For the ocean, whether they are ripples or tsunami, they are the same. And ultimate vision is the water. Looking at the ocean, looking at the waves, and the experience of the water. These are the 4 stages through which every seeker has to go. Our present vision is I versus you. The second vision is I versus my beloved Lord. So, when it is I versus you, it is duty-oriented lifestyle. When it is I versus the God, it is a devotion-oriented lifestyle. When it is the God looking at His creation, that vision is when we look upon the creation as the God looks upon His creation. Get an example to make this point. See, this happened in England. We are having a camp retreat. So, morning I used to go for a walk. After the morning meditation session, 1 hour break. So they used to do some yoga. I said, you continue yoga, I go for a walk. I used to go for a walk. And there used to be, these British ladies going with their dog in the morning. Dog leading them rather than God leading. So the dog used to lead them. So I will say to them, hello, good morning. Snob. No more responding. I said, hey, I will see that you will talk to me. Where will you run away? I went and again I was coming back. There I did not talk to the same lady. I talked to her dog. Hey, sweetie, how cute you are. What's your name? When I started talking to the doggy, she responded, yes, he's very cute, So, when I looked upon that dog, as she is looking upon her dog, immediately there is a change, is it not? Exactly the same way. If we look upon the God's creation as God is looking upon, then out of an ordinary, an extraordinary personality is born. This vision is given to us by the scriptures. So what is the grace of the scriptures? We change our vision. Then who helps us understand the scripture? The teacher explains. And how the teacher has come to our life? Because of the God's grace. Now there is the fourth faith. What is required? The fourth faith is faith in ourselves. I don't think I can do this thing. You can, you must, you will. On what ground can we say I cannot do this? See, friends, nothing is impossible in the world. We can achieve it in this very life, not posthumous. Or Vedanta Shastra does not grant us bliss posthumous. It is now and here or never. See, those who all the time talk about going to the heaven and hell and suffering or enjoying, they are just time pass. There is no meaning in that. If I can be happy now and here, even God cannot make me miserable. If I postpone my happiness tomorrow, even God cannot make me happy because tomorrow never comes. See, there used to be one very good, quotation of Hitler. Hitler was very particular, doing the things the same day. He used to say, man, today comes only once, finish your job, tomorrow will come every day, don't worry. So if we can be happy now and here, then that is the truth. If we imagine, if I do this thing, if I do this charity, and then I will go to the heaven, and then I will be happy. In heaven also there are slums. So don't get lost into that imaginary thing. So we started with the unknown and ultimately come to discover and know our own self. And the strength behind all this was the strength of faith. So let us invoke this, study the scriptures, change our vision, change the quality of our experiences, change the life, and come to discover that we become the counters to manifest the divinity through us rather than running after the divinity. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasya Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.